On this Bring Out Your Dead edition of Maury County Now, haunting in the district scares up some treats in downtown Columbia. Get the scoop on Columbia's best neighborhood Halloween display. Adam Southern sits up with the dead on historic Maury County. And finally, get the behind the scares look at Miller's Thrillers. All this and more on this edition of Maury County Now. Hello, and welcome to Maury County Now, Columbia and Maury County's news show covering Maury County. Downtown Columbia will be open to ghosts and ghouls this Halloween for trick-or-treating. We spoke to Sheena Speck with the Maury County Visitors Bureau about this fun and safe time for the whole family.
Hi, I'm Sheena Speck with the Maury County Visitors Bureau. I'm here to tell you about haunting in the district. Haunting will be held Saturday, October 31st on Halloween night from 6 to 8 p.m. Haunting is a safe way for children and families in the Maury County area to come trick-or-treating in the beautiful downtown historic Columbia Square. Although haunting has been put on many years before, this is the first year that the Maury County Visitors Bureau will be hosting it. This year at haunting, we will have a bounce house and a bounce obstacle course, and new this year we're including a petting zoo. Each year that the Maury County Visitors Bureau hosts haunting, we hope to make it bigger and better every year. The Columbia Fire Department will be back again this year with their fire truck. We will have a tow truck and a Kubota tractor full of candy. We also want to say thank you to our wonderful sponsors, McDonald's and the Columbia Downtown Business Professionals Association. Without our great sponsors, we would not be able to put on this event. This event is good for our community because it provides a safe environment for children and families throughout Maury County to come trick-or-treating and spend time together on Halloween night. It also provides a sense of community to bring people together on Halloween. For more information, give us a call at the Maury County Visitors Bureau at 375-4101.
Many people put out decorations this time of year, but local Halloween maker David Popiden takes it to a whole new level. We spoke with David about his work, how he got started, and how he scares up a frighteningly amazing display.
Hi, my name is David Popiden, and I love making Halloween. I've been doing this about 4 years now, putting on a big display for the neighborhood, for the kids. I've done different themes every year, from like a Walking Dead type zombie apocalypse to last year I did Beetlejuice. This year is going to be Nightmare Before Christmas. These ideas just come to me throughout the year. I'll be sort of planning ahead months in advance. This year I decided that's the theme I really wanted to go with. It's iconic. I enjoy working with it, and I enjoy working with my friends to put these things on. I think the display is going to be great when it's done. The kids always enjoy it. Get lots of trick-or-treaters every year. I've seen the neighborhood really come up in the years that I've been doing this subsequently. Each year I see more and more houses along the street that they'll decorate, they'll put on displays. I think mine's usually the best, obviously. I'm maybe a little biased that way. But I enjoy it. The kids love it because you see these whole big wagon trains of trailers full of kids that are being towed by pickup trucks, and they'll just get out and they'll go along the streets. It's amazing to me. Last year I had about 175 trick-or-treaters come to my house. I'm guessing with this I might see more this year, but yeah, it's just really fantastic and I enjoy it. Really, I think it came to me initially because I always loved decorating for Halloween when I was a kid. I'm just into holidays in general, Christmas, Halloween, and I always just enjoyed doing that at my parents' house. And so one of the things I decided when I moved here is like, I want to do that too. I want to decorate for Halloween. And being the person I am, I just decided I would go as far with it to have something really stand out and extraordinary. My first year doing it, I actually made a coffin out of wood. I have a full-size coffin, and I poured actual concrete headstones that I had to carve with a tool called an angle grinder. And these things weigh like 100 pounds each. They're massively heavy, and I love using them. I love the fact they have an authentic feel to them. To me, that's important, that everything looks real. And it just goes from there. And people talk about it, people give me compliments, people get excited about it, and that excites me, and it makes me want to just take it further. I live on 200 Evergreen Drive. If you're heading down Trotwood towards Mount Pleasant, take a right on Pleasant Drive between the big churches. You'll see the road split on the left. If you don't see it at that point, you probably should not be driving because it'll catch the eye.
We'll be back with more Maury County Now after this.
Hi there, I'm Sparky the Fire Dog, and I'm here today to help you get to know smoke alarms. Smoke alarms save lives. If there's a fire in your home, smoke spreads fast, and you need smoke alarms to give you time to get out. Make sure that you hear the beep where you sleep. Install smoke alarms in every bedroom, outside each sleeping area, and on every level of your home. Test your smoke alarm every month, and replace all smoke alarms in your home every 10 years. When a smoke alarm sounds, get outside and stay outside. Remember, hear the beep where you sleep, and follow these smoke alarm guidelines to keep your home and family safe.
And now, back to more Maury County Now.
Funeral traditions have an odd and interesting past, and Adam Southern has something to make you jump out of your skin. So get ready for a dead ringer on this edition of Historic Maury County.
Hello, and thank you for joining me for another edition of Historic Maury County. And I want to talk today about the mourning customs of the antebellum South because it's very different from our mourning customs today. Of course, today we have the luxury of funeral homes, but back then your home was the funeral home, and you've heard the term sitting up with the dead, and that's what they did. They would have the casket in a prominent room in their house, and they would only have one floral arrangement by that casket. And the flowers were there to mask the smell of the dead body because they did not have embalming readily available. So there was a very unpleasant smell about the body, and that flower arrangement was there to cover that. And there would also be a chair sitting by the casket because someone would have to sit up with that person all night long because many times they weren't really sure someone was dead. So you would sit with that body to make sure they didn't wake up. That's why they call it awake, because if they woke up, hey, good news, they're not really dead. But oftentimes they were. And when you went to the funeral home then, many times they would tie a string around your finger, and that string would be attached to a bell that was outside of your grave. So if you were buried alive, you could move around and hopefully move your hand and ring that bell. And that's where the term dead ringer comes from. And people would have to stay up all night long to listen for bells in the cemetery. But it wasn't a really good method because sometimes a strong wind would cause these bells to ring, and they would just go and pretty much dig up the entire cemetery looking for the dead ringer. Now, some of the customs that are in the house to look for, if you're wanting to see if a house is in mourning, look at the clock. The clock would be stopped. They would stop the clock at the hour of the death, and they wouldn't restart that clock until after the funeral services were held. Also, to let the public know, or anyone that passed know, that the house was in mourning, black wreaths would be put on all the doors of the home. If a child had died, the wreath that was on either door would have white in it. And here at the Athenaeum, we represent a child's death, and the wreaths on the front and back doors all have that white strand of ribbon in it. And I also want to talk about the mirrors, because they were very superstitious in the antebellum South. When someone died, it was the custom to cover your mirrors with black fabric, because the thinking was if you saw your reflection, you would be the next to die. So as soon as someone died, they put black drapery over the mirrors, and that was not uncovered until that person was buried. When they took the body out of the home, they always made sure to take it out feet first, because if they took it out head first, the head would be facing everyone that was still in the house, and they thought that that person could beckon them on to be the next person to join them in the afterlife. So the body always went out feet first, so the face was looking out and not in at the people still in the home. It was just very different back then, but some of those traditions still hold because we still see the floral arrangements at the funerals. Also, bodies still go out feet first. So those are some of the traditions that still remain after all this time. Now, after the funeral, some of the family members had to remain in mourning, and what that meant is you pretty much secluded yourself from the rest of the community, especially the women. If a woman's husband died, she had to be in mourning for 3 years, and that meant for 1 entire year, she was secluded from everyone else. She could go around her house, but if she came out and saw a guest in her house, she was covered by a black veil, and all of her clothing was dyed black. And now after a year, she could take her veil off, but she still had to wear black clothing. Then in the second year, she could start putting on kind of drab colors like grays and purples, but she was still technically in mourning. After that 3rd year, she could start wearing her normal clothes and go out and have a normal life. But a man was only in mourning for about 6 months if his wife died, because the thinking was he was a man, he had a family to take care of, and he needed to remarry fast, because men didn't know anything about raising children. And in some areas of Mississippi, they say that men were only in mourning for about 3 months, and all they had to do was wear a black band around their arm. So mourning was very different for women and men back in those times. Now, this has been your look at the mourning customs of the Antebellum South. I hope you'll come see us at the Athenaeum. The Athenaeum is having a candlelight tour on October 30th. Come hear our ghost stories here at this old home and see this home like no one else has ever seen it before. Thank you.
One of the area's biggest and best creature features gave us a behind-the-scenes look at their spooky operation. Here's David Miller with Miller's Thrillers Haunted Woods and Zombie Paintball Ride to give you a jump on this year's terror.
Hey, I'm David Miller with Miller's Thrillers Haunted Woods and Zombie Paintball Hayride. We've been open for 8 years. This is our 4th year for the Zombie Paintball Hayride, and we've been doing a Haunted Woods for 8 years now. We like to scare people, put on a good entertainment show for people to come out and have fun. When I was a younger kid, I would grow pumpkins with my granddad here on this farm, and I'd sell them down in the corner, and I made a little bit of money doing that, and so that made Halloween and fall kind of a fun thing for me, and just enjoyed scaring people growing up. Back in the day, I was looking around, there wasn't a haunted house around, so I thought, well, we'll try it. Didn't have any idea what we were doing, bought a few props at Walmart, thought we'd give it a shot. Then we started studying the industry and actually learning that you could use different scare tactics, start buying some really cool props from professional designers. And every year we put our money back into it and just try to grow it, and to what it is now. So we have 2 different things that we offer. One is the Haunted Woods. It's more of a traditional walkthrough, normal scares. We recommend that for ages 10 and older. It's about a 35-minute walkthrough. You'll see all different sights and sounds and things jumping out from you, chainsaws. In that, we have a new Clowntown 3D. We had a professional artist come in and do some scary airbrushing. And so a lot of people don't like clowns, and they ask us, do you have one clown in your woods? We say no, because we have about 100 clowns in there, from painted to actors. And then we have a zombie paintball hayride, where you ride on our military army trucks. Guns are mounted to the side. We drive you through the barns, woods, swamps. The zombies jump out and you light them up. They shoot you. You don't get hurt, tired, so you can play paintball with all the fun without getting hit. On our zombie paintball hayride, the zombies, they have the rage, but only you have the weapon. So you're coming in, you're gonna help protect the city and save the world from the attacking zombies that we've got quarantined. There's a big horde of them, we trapped them, and they're just raging, ready to get out and attack, but you've got to come save the day, so it's super fun. There's all different types. Some people will get scared at little things, and they're gonna be just getting scared left and right. Other people, you're not gonna scare at all. So we still try to entertain them, and we provide things that make them say, wow, that was cool how they made that, or how they set that up, or how this came flying across the sky. So there's all types of various people that come through, but number one, we're trying to give them an entertaining night. We're not trying to cause nightmares. We're not doing any devil demon type stuff out here. We want to have a good time and for people to say, wow, that was fun, I'm glad we went. We also have a stage show, so while people are waiting in line, the lines do get kind of long, but we want to entertain you while you wait. So we have zombie drumline, we have fire performers, jugglers, magicians, a light show that's really cool, so that way people can enjoy themselves around the bonfire and concessions. I don't see myself wanting to just be the world's biggest haunted house. There's other things in life that's more important. We don't want to get so big that the wait is 5 or 6 hours, but we do want to keep making new things each year. That way we have repeat customers and they have to come back every year and say, wow, we got to come see what they have that's new. So we want to always be switching it up. We'll probably stay on this property for a really long time and just keep putting everything back into it. So be ready to have fun. Enjoy yourselves, be laid back, forget about your problems or worries of the world. People that shoot zombies together, they really form a special bond that is just really tighter than friendship bracelets even. I mean, it's just super fun coming out. millersthrillers.net, so we've got tons of pictures, videos, details on pricing, dates that we're open, so it's millersthrillers.net.
To find out more information on any of the stories you've seen on this edition of Maury County Now, check out our website, maurycountynow.com. Look in the show notes for more details. Maury County Now is produced by Columbia TNTV. From all the cast and crew who help you have a safe and happy Halloween.